These are stories about my reluctant and courageous journey into understanding and identifying my emotions and what I've learned. I'm super grateful that you guys asked me questions because they help guide me on this adventure. This week's topic came from Candy, who wanted to know the secret to not giving up, which means that this week's topic is literally going to be called The Secret to Never Giving Up: How to Achieve Your Goals. In this video, I'm going to focus on a time when I wanted to give up and how I got through it. In the next video, I'll focus on a time I wanted to give up and consciously decided to keep going. And then I'll talk about a time I knew that tough things were going to happen and I wasn't going to give up. I was going to succeed. In the next video, we'll meditate, and in the last video that I lovingly call the Frittity or the Friday Ditty, I'll wrap it up. I'll get a little dirty and a little poetic. And we'll just have fun with it. All these videos will be located in the playlist, The Secret to Never Giving Up: How to Achieve Your Goals. So if you have a question like Candy did, comment below or DM me on Instagram. I'm Angela, and this is me making sense of myself. The question I'm starting with today, well, it's not even a question, it's a statement. It says, tell me about a time you wanted to give up. There are so many times that I've wanted to give up, and I am thinking of, I think I'm going to go with the time that I was trying to be a bodybuilder. I had worked really, really, really hard, and my coach had to go out of town right before the first the first event, and I was supposed to fast, and I hadn't fasted before, and I wanted to give up. And at one point I just didn't feel right, and I thought, you know what, I need to end this misery now. Wow. I ended the misery of the not eating, and then I still participated in the event. So I gave up on the fasting, no doubt about it. And then I almost didn't want to show up for the event because I felt like I had failed. And so I'm trying to think of how I got through the feelings of wanting to not show up to the event. And I think I just thought I committed to this. I wanted to mostly it was I committed, so I'm going to show up and do it. And at that point in time, I was in the best shape I had ever been in. Was it good? Did it make sense for me to participate in the event? Probably not. Looking back, am I glad that I did? I think so. There were some comical things that happened throughout the process of the event that, kind of made me chuckle. Like my music didn't work and other things didn't work. And people would clap in surprising moments, which was also very interesting. Like, I think that it was, I'm just going to go and do this because I committed to doing it. So that was the biggest thing. The next question is, what was the evidence that you were getting through a time you wanted to give up? Oh gosh, I was there. And I was participating. I was engaging with the people. When they asked me to do my little routine again, I didn't want to because I had already done it without music. They insisted, and I just went ahead and did it again. I think I just went with the flow, because why not? I mean, maybe in some ways I knew that I was just gonna go with the flow. And I also knew at that point in time that this wasn't something I was very interested in, and I didn't want to do it again. I didn't have the need to do it again. But I was committed to getting through that really hard time. What was the most important skill I picked up by getting through this really hard thing? I think that stick-to-itiveness staying with it even when I didn't want to because it was hard. Um, it's very likely I maybe if I had had some other experiences or things like that, maybe I would have wanted to continue uh working out. I mean, bodybuilders work hard. You're talking about like multiple workouts during a day, eating like special food all the time. Um like very very dedicated, and I think at that point in time it was like, yeah, it's just not something that's going to interest me anymore. So I think, but the most important skill was staying with it until I had gotten to the point where it was like, okay, that is done. I got to have this fantastic experience. I got to learn what other people go through, and it's not for me. So I think that stick-to-itiveness can be great because it helps me get through the hard times in things that are hard. But it also sometimes can be a detriment because I will stay with something long past its due date. So I think you just have to figure out where the lines are for you, just like I have to figure out the lines for me. And the interesting thing is they're always changing. Like I can't say that that same line would be in the same place given another day, another circumstance. Sometimes it's important to let go of something sooner in the process, and sometimes it's better to stick to it and stay to it. But I think there's a sense or a feeling that we all get inside of us that tells us when that is. You would just have to find it. So I would love to hear from you. What does it say about you that you don't give up? These videos will be located in the playlist, The Secret to Never Giving Up, How to Achieve Your Goals. I'm Angela, and this is me making sense of myself.